Hey guys, so this is a video preparing for a pet sitter. I recently had a family emergency happen in my family, obviously, and I was not able to give my pets the time that they needed. So I already knew who I wanted the pet sitter to be. It's my next door neighbor's daughter, and I quickly prepared all of these things. So these are just tips and tricks to prepare for a pet sitter. I hope they help you. If you have any tips or tricks that I didn't mention, definitely let me know in the comments, because obviously I'd always like to improve my care and help my animals have the best lives possible. And then I also want to talk about rehoming pets, and I will talk about that at the end of the video, but right now let's go into the tips and tricks, and at the end I will go into the rehoming pets topic. So first I started out by getting my label maker out and labeling everything, literally everything. I labeled my 2 different jugs of water. I labeled all of the different containers of food I have. I made sure that my ReptiSafe water said ReptiSafe, and the one without the ReptiSafe in it said pet room water. I also labeled, like I said, the mouse food. I labeled the hamster food. I labeled the ferret food. I literally went through and labeled absolutely everything, and then it just comes out on this little white sticker, so it's super easy to just pop on. So next you can see me putting on the labels for like the ferret food and the different water jugs. I did have to replace these every couple months because it's just stickers and these get wet while I fill them up. But yeah, it's super easy. And then these are the little name tags I made. So what I did is I got pictures of each of my different animals and put their names, and then I put which water jug they drink out of, and then I also put like what type of food they eat and any other really vital information. I think I go over it a little more in the next clip, but this is just what I did to make it easier. So it was like animal to cage with a photo with names, and then I put like which bowls were their food bowls and which bowls were their water bowls, and I just tried putting as much information as I could with their pictures, so it was super easy and it couldn't get all mixed up and confused. So right here I just have all the tags all finished made. I have Jonas and Gomez. I put what they eat, what they drink, and I differentiated between the ferrets because they kind of look the same and they have to go in separate cages. So Gomez and Jonas, I have the darkest one with the smudgy nose and the solid pink nose. And then up here I have Harley, Loki, and Evie, and it just says what goes in their food and water dishes. My different mice, I have the other female mice just in case, and then I have a handful of mouse food here, and the pet room water. For the geckos, I have that Branch is a crested gecko, Smidge, Bellamy, and Dexter are leopard geckos, and a Lark is a gargoyle gecko. And then I have that they need ReptiSafe water, which I have labeled on the dish, and then I have the difference between Cleo and Chive. Chive's a Robo, and then Cleo's a Syrian, but they eat the same food and have the same water. So I just have that with all pictures to make it very easy for the girl that's watching to be able to differentiate who's in what cage, what they need. She has a full list of notes as well, but just to make this easier. Then I went through to everybody's cage and stuck their tag directly on the cage so she can see who's in what cage. Okay, so now I want to talk about rehoming pets. Obviously, I would never get a pet with the intention to rehome it, but with what happened, I've been spending days down in a town close to me with my mom and brother and sister. And I just felt like I had too much to handle in this situation, and I wasn't willing to neglect an animal that couldn't get the care they needed from my pet sitter, selfishly. So I actually ended up rehoming my Syrian hamster Cleo. I made this decision for a couple reasons. One, I knew that cage cleans and stuff was an unreasonable thing for my pet sitter to be expected to do. My cages are just so big and it takes so long to clean. One, I was missing work, and so it wasn't something I could afford to pay her to do. Ma'am, you're stuck to the couch. There you go. And two, she wasn't a super social Syrian hamster. Like, I was able to interact with her, but if anyone else was in the room, she wouldn't come out. She wouldn't, okay, the ferrets are running around, and so this might be a little distracting. Ma'am, can you not do that? Thanks. Okay. Okay. So, where were we? Cage cleans, and then just social interaction. I didn't feel like it was fair for her to be stuck in her enclosure for just days and days on end with no social interaction, because like I said in my cage cleaning video for her, I didn't usually take her out to play, but I did like interact with her. I'd hand feed her treats, I would talk to her, I would just, I don't know, maybe it was stuff that didn't matter, but I just didn't feel like it was right to leave her in her cage with no attention for days on end. My pet sitter comes in, she feeds, waters down, does like the list of things I told her to do, but yeah, I just wasn't gonna have her do cage cleanings, and I felt like having three rodent cages was too much for me to handle. They take about 30 minutes to an hour to clean everything and put back together, so I just didn't have the time. I'm still dealing with this, however, I am back at work now. So now let's talk about where Cleo went. So I posted an ad on Craigslist, a very detailed ad, including her personality, what requirements I was looking for someone to have her, like cage size she was going to be in, food, diet that they would be providing her, like very specific care requirements that I was not going to give her up without someone being able to meet those requirements, because I would rather her be in good care with me with a little less attention than in bad care with someone else, potentially. But I did think that she could be in good care with someone with the attention that she deserved. So I posted that ad on Craigslist. I know I was asking a lot, and I actually didn't get a single response. However, I did have a local hamster rescue come to my attention, and they were able to take her. So she's living in a 50-gallon bin cage right now, and the rescue has the same requirements I have. So they've been very, very, very good being able to give me updates and tell me how she's doing, and they're looking for a good home for her. So I think it's a good situation. I think in perfect circumstances, I was nowhere near my fairies. I was nowhere near my maximum pet limit. Like, I have a video coming out of my daily routine and how easy it is for me to take care of this many animals. Like, no one is ever being neglected. However, given the circumstance with my family emergency, I was not able to be at home as much as I usually am and dedicate as much time to my animals. And I felt like Cleo was just one of the animals that the pet sitter would not be able to provide the care that she was used to. So that's why I decided to rehome Cleo. I definitely would love to have a Syrian hamster in the future when I am not in this situation anymore. However, I do think I'll wait until Chive passes, which hopefully is in a really long time. Obviously, I love Chive. But I think I might like having robo hamsters better. I don't know. They're just smaller and they hide from me, and it's cute. Okay. Anyways, I just want to tell you that Cleo got rehomed, why I rehomed her, the situation I'm in currently, and then give you these tips. So if you like these tips, give this a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. If you have any more suggestions, I would love to hear them, because I can always improve my pet sitter's ability and care. And other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.